I used to have so much spare change that I didn't know what to do with it. That was until 3 years ago when I started investing it instead of spending it. And I had no clue how much it would grow. In this video, I'm going to give you my 3-year update on my spare change investing account. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Financial Freedom System YouTube channel, where I help you upgrade your mindset, money, and more so you can live a life full of financial freedom and purpose. For the last 3 years, I've been using an app that tracks my bank accounts and my credit cards, and every time that I use them to make a purchase, it invests a small amount of spare change. So let's say that I go into a store and I bought this calculator that is $5.75. Well, what happens then is it's going to take that $5.75, it's going to round up that amount to the nearest dollar. I would add 25 cents to that to get $6, and it will invest that 25-cent piece all on its own without me doing anything. And that's one of the reasons why I love spare change investing. And when I decided to start investing my spare change, I took that on as a fun kind of personal experiment. I was interested to see how my change, like maybe a toonie here or a loonie, maybe a quarter, let's go with a dime here, and a nickel. We don't have pennies anymore in Canada, so it doesn't get any screen time. But I take those coins and I'd start investing them. I thought maybe eventually I'd get a few $100s, but I didn't realize how quickly it would grow. I opened the account on April 1st, 2020, and just to kind of get the ball rolling, to get a little bit of money in that account, I wanted to deposit $100. But after that, it's only been spare change investments that I've made as the Roundup purchases are basically tracked and deposited into my account, and I haven't made any other lump sum deposits after that first day. So I'll open up my app now and you can see it right here. And what I want to start by talking about is any deposit that I make goes into what's called a level 10. I have chosen a high risk type of investment account. I mean, it's only my spare change, so I'm not putting like tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars into this account. So I'm willing to be a little bit riskier with my spare change. And I can open this up to risk 10, which is basically a growth account. And when I look at what this details, I want to say that this is something that I chose personally. So you might be comfortable making the exact same decision, or you might want to go with something more conservative. And a lot of the apps out there, I use Wealthsimple. It did a great job of helping and guiding me through that process as to which type of account I wanted to choose. And when you really look at it, I don't think that a growth account or a risk level 10 is even that risky, because if you look at my portfolio holdings, you're going to see that it's made up primarily of ETFs as you go down that list. And I think that that is a really good way to diversify your investments. And we've talked about that on other videos. I mean, is all of my spare change in a stock like Tesla or a stock like Facebook? No, it's not. And I probably wouldn't have a problem doing that anyway, but I went with the highest risk that the app could offer me. And the thing that I love most about this type of investing is it's happening passively in the background, and I don't even have to think about it, because when I go to the store, I make a purchase, whether that is something that I need, something that I want, or maybe something that falls into neither of those categories, I am always making investments happening in the background, whether that's 25 cents, whether it's 55 cents, whether it's 17 cents, it doesn't matter. And basically every week you can see here the deposits that I've put in, they're kind of between $5. Some of my higher ones are like $10, $11, $12, depending on how busy it is that week. And I was really surprised to see that that small amount consistently over time definitely adds up. And if you know anything about investing in the last 3 years, the economy has had some ups and downs. There's been some really challenging times for people. And a lot of stocks, if we talk about individual stocks, have lost maybe 30, 40, 50%. And my portfolio in the spare change investing app has actually done pretty well, all things considered. I've had about an 8.5% gain, which is almost the cash equivalent of $100. So I'm happy with that. In April 2021, the 1-year update was about $511. In April 2022, the 2-year update was about $940. And in April 2023, the 3-year update is $1,266.09. It also means that my portfolio, compared to what I have invested, has grown $98.85, which is equivalent to 8.47%. So I've made money throughout this experience. And by scrolling down to look at the growth in the last 3 years, you can see that it didn't take long. Within the first month, I had already made something like $6 and change, but it didn't take long for this account to grow. And as time went up, you're going to see that highlighted in green is the actual account value, what that account is worth. The kind of gray line is basically my net deposits, what I've put in to this account. And you basically want that green line to be above the gray line. And that was pretty consistent throughout. There are a few times that it kind of dipped like this or went very close to each other. And then you kind of got some space in between. There's a few spaces here in June 6th, 2022, and in September 2022, where that gray line actually went above the green line, which meant that I'd put more money in than it was worth. But now you can see it's kind of tapered off here, and we're looking at that account value of $1,266, where I've made $100 on that. And like I said before, I'm definitely happy. But there were a few things that surprised me about this investing. The first thing is that I never thought that investing this spare change would add up to over $1,000 so quickly. I thought that might take 10 years or something. The second thing is I actually think that the growth of my account at 8.5% year after year is pretty good and pretty reasonable, because there are so many people out there that if you could tell them that you're going to get a guaranteed 8.5% growth or increase of your portfolio year after year, they would take it. And there are a lot of individual stocks down still today that are down 30, 40, 50%. So I'm happy with those results. And the third thing is I really haven't used my credit card and the bank account that is attached to this Roundup Investing account for the past couple months, that much at least, because I recently got a new credit card. I had been kind of making all the purchases on that credit card to hit the sign up bonus, to get the different rewards points and the multipliers that it gives me. And I just didn't bother to set it up with this app. And it is possible. I'm going to do it. Just after filming this video, I've noticed that in the last month, in March, for example, I didn't even make a single deposit, which is something that has never happened for me. So I am going to guarantee that after I record this video, I will be going ahead and updating that credit card, because I have spent a lot of money in the last couple months, and there are a lot of deposits that should be in that account that aren't, unfortunately, but that's all because of something that I didn't do. And investing my spare change has been a really fun experiment that I will absolutely continue doing. I think it's really great if you're new to investing, maybe if you're looking to teach your kids about investing, maybe if you're looking to do something that doesn't have as much risk involved, to kind of tiptoe your way into getting comfortable investing your hard-earned money. Well, I think spare change investing, Roundup Investing is such a good way to get started. I'm actually using this account and I'm going to grow it over 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Who knows how long? And when there's 5, 6, 7, 10,000, maybe even more dollars in that account, well, I'm going to go ahead and take that dream vacation that I've always wanted to take. And if you want to start investing your spare change, for the Canadians watching this, I'm going to leave a link down below to the Wealthsimple app. This is the app that I have always used to invest my spare change and do the Roundup Investing. This is the app that I'm using now, and it's the app that I'm going to be using for the near future unless I see something different. But trust me, this is where it's at. For Americans, Acorns seemingly is the best app that I have seen through the research that I've done. And regardless of if you're Canadian, American, or you live somewhere else, always do your research when you're making important personal finance decisions. Talk to a professional, do your research, and do your due diligence to make good decisions. If you've got any questions, go ahead and let me know down in the comment section below. If you like this 3-year update, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button and click the subscribe button to learn how you can live a life full of financial freedom.